forward, it's touched down by Stroud, and still! And issuing a red card to Stefan Frei. Now this will be reviewed.
Welcome to Instant Replay for MLS Match Day 11. I'm your host, Andrew Wiebe, and as always, we're taking a closer look at the most controversial refereeing decisions in Major League Soccer. We start in Minnesota with a razor-thin offside call that had Peter Vermees bringing an iPad to his press conference. 25th minute, Minnesota driving down the left side. Tani Oluwaseyi lurking in the middle. Now, the original ball, freeze it here, producer Phil. You can see this is clearly onside. So the play continues. The ball runs, and here's the pass that leads to the goal that's given on the field for Minnesota United. Your first thought is, what should I be looking for in terms of offside? Because the ball is past the second to last defender, the defender's positioning doesn't matter. The question is Tani Oluwaseyi even or behind the ball when the pass is made? Watching it live, my brain just flashed. Offside. But we've been doing this for a long time on Instant Replay, and the parallax effect is not going to fool us. So, though you have that first reaction, you have to consider the angle of the camera on the field and the offside line we're attempting to look down. Just for reference, look at the 6-yard box in this situation. We all know that's a straight line. Does it look it? Of course not. So for me, the only person on the field that has the view is the AR who kept the flag down. And second, there's no way this is clear and obviously offside in my opinion for the VAR to intervene. So for me, this is a good goal. No offside. And if you're looking for a little bit of math, of course, Soccer Photonometry, our good friend on Twitter, he has this at about 1 inch onside. With the offside law, find your truth wherever you can, folks. All right, let's head to Washington, D.C. D.C. United hosting the Seattle Sounders, 28th minute. Jared Stroud bearing down on goal. Here comes Steph Frei. Down goes Jared Stroud. And yes, you can see the contact. That is a clear foul and penalty. Rosendo Mendoza, the referee, points to the spot. Now there's one more decision for Mendoza and his crew. Is this a yellow card or is it a red card? To boil it down, did Stefan Frei play the man or did he play the ball? Mendoza says man, the red card comes out, no review is initiated, and off goes Frei. Now, this is one of those calls that's going to split opinion, and thus here I am still wrestling with it 3 days later. Let's start with my take on MLS wrap-up Saturday night. For me, Frei went down to win the ball with his right hand, but Stroud's low touch past him beat him. To my eye, it looked like Frei reacted by moving his arm up, toward, and through the right knee of Stroud, taking him down. The angle from inside the goal was particularly compelling. My opinion was penalty and red card. Though Frei originally played the ball, ultimately he played the man. If you sensed just a little bit of second guessing there, yeah, you'd be right. That decision was the harshest possible interpretation of the law, and with days to reflect on it, I'm not so sure present me completely agrees with past me. Was Frei really playing the man and not the ball? After all, Stroud's final touch isn't exactly a predictable one, and Frei's original movement is into the space, clearly with an intent to poke the ball away or make a save. In a kinder view, the play happens fast, Frei doesn't have time to react, and double jeopardy, penalty, and a red card for denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity ought to be reserved for truly intentional takedowns. So yes, for me today, I'd prefer a yellow card and a penalty. I'd love to hear where you stand. Refereeing is hard. Shout out to all of you who have to make these decisions in the real world. One more play from this one, 42nd minute, Jared Stroud again. Is this a red card tackle on Stroud? For me, no. I agree with Mendoza, yellow. Watch how Stroud pulls out of the challenge, pulls his feet back. For me, it's reckless and not excessive force. And excessive force is the question for Ali Bedoya in the 97th minute of Philly's home loss to RSL. Watch this play from the beginning. It is physical in every single moment. Crash, bang, wham, here comes Bedoya at the end, right into Chicho Arango. The first challenge is probably yellow card worthy, and then Bedoya kicks the ball into Arango. So yeah, that's a yellow card from Malik Badawi, but you gotta ask a couple questions here because this reeks of potential red for violent conduct. 1, was that kick of the ball excessive force? 2, did the kick hit Chicho in the face? If it does, I think that's a red card. The foul is called, the play is dead, and Bedoya ultimately knows where he's kicking this ball. Where do I come down on this one? Ultimately, I think more often than not, that's probably a red card on Ali Bedoya. He's fortunate here to see yellow from Badawi. The one thing I will say, if I was the VAR, I cannot tell you for sure that this ball hits Arango in the face. My last consideration here comes down to game management. Watch RSL, watch Arango. He just sort of pops up after some initial complaints, It doesn't feel like the players are saying, hey, this is injustice on the field. You're probably thinking, Wiebe, you're waffling right now. And you're right, this is a difficult judgment call. If red card was the call on the field, I would not disagree. As it stands, I'm okay with yellow in this situation. All right, let's rapid fire through some more and get through match day 11. Cincinnati, Colorado, 49th minute. Georgi Mihailovic in the box. Yeah, you see it. That's a pull, everyone. The question is, how much of a pull? And does it clearly and obviously affect Georgi Mihailovic's ability to control the ball? I think it does, and I think it's a foul. No penalty is the call on the field, and it all comes down to the degree of the pull, folks. Let us know what you think. Great spot here by the VAR, Chris Pinso, in this same match in the 68th minute. Yuya Kubo scores. The ball's in the back of the net for Cincinnati, but watch closely here. Yep, Yuya Kubo controls the ball with his hand before the ball goes in. That's a great spot and a good no-goal call. Good offside call in New York City, Charlotte. Munsef Bakrar is cursed. He finally puts the ball in the back of the net, but as you can see from this view from behind, his foot is behind the second-to-last defender, and he's leaning. I've got that as clearly offside. Well done to the AR, Catherine Nesbitt. Another great offside call from this match by the other AR, Oscar Mitchell Carvalho. Ernan scores the goal for Charlotte, but watch. His left leg appears to be the closest thing to the goal, in my opinion. Either way, you're trying to count two defenders. He needs to be even with the second-to-last. Ultimately, because he's the closest to the goal line, for me, this is offside, and that it was called live is extremely impressive. Well done. Easy call from Mark Allerton, the referee in Red Bulls Vancouver. Noah Ayla is running back, Noah Ayla is reaching up, and Noah Ayla is denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity for Ryan Gauld with his hand. That is a red card, folks. And this, in the 11th minute from Orlando Toronto, is not a red card for me, and that was the call from Armando Villarreal, the referee on the field. Why not? 4 considerations. The distance between the offense and the goal, as you can see, still pretty far out, and the angle, the general direction of the play, is not toward goal, but toward the end line. Yes, the attacking player is going to keep the ball, but there is a recovering defender. So, great call from the crew on this one, in my opinion. And we end with an ode to our hero, Diego Chara. 377 games played for one club, the most in MLS history. Congratulations, Diego. Congratulations to the Portland Timbers for having him for so very long. But in that 377th game, Diego went and got himself 2 yellow cards. The first you can see here, a shove in the back to stop a promising attack, and the second, a pull down to stop yet another promising attack. That is a clear red card, folks, but it doesn't change what Diego represents in our heart here at Instant Replay. Thank you for everything you've given the game in Major League Soccer, good sir. And with that, a big thanks to my producers and editors, Phil Ivanko and Rich Hernandez. You keep me honest, even if the comment section doesn't agree. I'm Andrew Wiebe. We'll see you next time.